Thank you so much.
Well, you are with us here in the studio. Let's start with you. I don't need to repeat the details. We all know the details, okay? Governor Soludo saying investments made by former Governor Peter Obi are worth next to nothing. And Soludo being attacked, Soludo writing an essay, History Beckons, are more or less standing by his statement that, look, Peter Obi cannot win, not even in the Southeast, and that he himself knows that he cannot win, and that there are other people who know that he cannot win. And he went ahead to advise Igbo to negotiate with the two major candidates who are likely to win. And then there's been all kinds of backlash, with Peter Obi himself saying, well...
Thank you so much. I about this great. You see, of a truth, history now beckons, and men of good conscience cannot keep silent. You know the state of Nigeria now, the hardship, the hunger, the insecurity, that's at alarming rate. To travel within Nigeria is a problem. It's not easy to move from east to Lagos or move from east to the north. You may not cross Kogi State. That is the reality on ground. To move from Abuja to Kaduna is a problem. Everywhere, insecurity. But let us go back and reflect how we got to this hopeless state, this sorry state. We need to remind Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, of his letter in which he said history beckoned and he cannot keep silent. When he appealed to His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi not to contest the 2023 presidential election, arguing strongly that Peter Obi does not stand any chance. He said Igbo leaders should rise up and talk to Peter Obi not to waste the Igbo man's chance of being part of a ruling government. Peter Obi cannot even win Anambra State. That he may get 25% of the vote cast in Anambra State as the home boy, but he cannot win in any other state of Southeast, not to talk about winning any state of the Federation. This is the same Soludo that have just set out to bring down Mr. Peter Obi. He started by inviting Peter Obi to come and contest for presidency under Abga. The man said no. I'm not a local champion. I'm operating at the national level. I have nothing to do with contesting election under Abga again. When that one failed, Soludo now sets out to destroy the person of Peter Obi by writing that stinker, history beckon, I cannot keep silent. He says so many things in that write-up. But you see, 1 year after the election, I have to review what Soludo wrote. I also have the outcome of the 2023 presidential election, the performance of His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. It's so sad to come to this conclusion that Soludo in his writing presented himself as a man that cannot see beyond his nose. Soludo cannot see beyond his nose. Of what value is Soludo history beckon, I cannot keep silent? Of what value? What is the final outcome? So Soludo cannot offer useful advice to the people. Soludo cannot read in between the lines. We told all who came to listen us at that time that P2B was the only outstanding presidential candidate who knows what to do to move Nigeria forward. So how can you tell the best not to contest because he does not stand a chance? How do you know? But what happened? If INEC uploaded 2023 presidential election real time as was provided in their guideline, P2B was the clear winner. You can then ask Mahmoud Yakubu, what is it that made you to fraudulently, in a criminal manner, upload blank paper as result sheet? Over 8,000 of them. What made you do that evil? Where are the original result sheets? If they are uploaded, P2B will be the clear winner. Mahmoud Yakubu knows that. Soludo knows that. This very person, Soludo said, cannot even win Anambra State, scored over 80% of the vote cast in Lagos. If INEC had produced the authentic result, P2B got over 80% of the vote cast in Lagos. P2B got over 80% of the vote cast in Abuja. If you upload the real result as generated from the polling booth, P2B was the clear winner. But that's the same person. Soludo told the whole world that he does not stand a chance. Soludo sets out invested taxpayers' money to demarket P2B, to run down P2B. Whatever P2B said he achieved, Soludo will bring it to naught. Don't mind him. His so-called investment is next to nothing. His so-called savings is next to nothing. That is what Soludo was doing. That's what Soludo was doing.
Governor of the state was worth next to nothing. After criticism by different individuals on this recent statement, the governor has stood by his words and further predicted that Mr. Obi will not win the 2023 presidential election, citing lack of political structure and poor voting strength of the Southeast.
But was P2B's investment next to nothing? That's not the truth. At the end of the day, millions of people were discouraged by the activities of Soludo because APC and PDP went out to campaign against P2B. Have you not heard what the governor said? His own man, the man who knows the truth. They presented Soludo as a man who had borne witness to the truth. So P2B is lying. He achieved nothing in Anambra State. His investment is next to nothing. That was what Soludo did. To make sure those who have set out to vote for P2B will not vote for him. That's what Soludo did. This is so unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. But at the end of the day, you can see the performance of P2B. Had it been there was a single governor standing behind him, maybe where Nigeria is today will not be there. This hardship will not be as it is today. If P2B was declared winner, the exchange rate will not be at 2,000 or whatever to the naira. 2,000 naira to the dollar. So you can see the impact, the wickedness of what Soludo wrote. the campaign, he mobilized every media house and used that against P2B. Use that against P2B. What a tragedy. What a tragedy.
Mr. Governor, there were some investment, and perhaps because this is an area in which you are very known for, investment. I mean, what's your own perspective in a government investing outside of public sector? Because, and I'm making another reference to former Governor Peter Obi of Anambra State, who has talked about how much of investment is made with the resources of the Anambra State government to bring back profit and benefit of to the Anambra people. By the way, what has become of that investment, and are you looking in that direction also?
I don't know why you're turning the interview about P2B.
No, I'm just making reference because these are light opening. Well, I made reference to former Governor not to.
Shell interview is about my 2023 budget. I'm not talking about the investments of either any of my predecessors. By the way, the one that you talk about, I don't know about that. I mean, I think there was something I read about somebody speculated about the value of whatever investment. What I've seen today, the value of those investments is worth next to nothing. So let's leave that aside. Let's focus on the kind of thing that first of all, you got to rebuild the public infrastructure.
So, let us reflect now. Because this is a time every well-meaning Nigerian will not keep silent. We will tell Soludo to search his conscience. We will tell Soludo to reflect on what he has done against his own person, against the Nigerian people. Because this hardship we are in, if not for the activities of Soludo, maybe we will not be in it. We will not be in it. So that's why people should reflect. This is time for everybody to speak up and say, Soludo, take a second look at your history beckon. You will not keep silent. Because history now beckons now. Nigerians are grieving. Nigerians are in pain. Nigerians are passing through hardship. History now beckons now. And no true Nigerian whosoever believe in truth and justice that will keep silent. So it is important Soludo should search his conscience and ask himself, what has he achieved? Soludo mobilized Professor Madi and asked him to contest for presidency under Abga just to waste part of the vote that will go to P2B. Even when Soludo had already picked a presidential candidate, Soludo went out to stay campaign for another presidential candidate, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All he did to sabotage one man, the man of the people, the man who knows the way. And look at where Nigeria is now. Tinubu is in power. Everything has gone the other way. Things have fallen apart. Soludo history beckons now. And we cannot keep silent. We have to present to you like a flashcard. Look at your activity and see where we are now. What have you achieved? Soludo, what have you achieved? See where Nigeria is. See the man you supported with capacity. And see the performance of P2B, the man you say does not stand a chance, cannot even win Anambra State. Even with your presence, nobody recognized you during the presidential election. People voted massively, nationwide, for Mr. P2B. Nationwide. Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, everybody, he won across river. People voted nationwide. In Plateau, Nasarawa, everywhere. That's the man you said cannot even get 1%, does not stand a chance. Search your conscience, Soludo. You contributed to this hardship Nigeria is in now. You brought us to this sorry state. With your history beckons, you cannot keep silent. With your P2B's investment, it's next to nothing. If not for your activities, there were other millions of people that would have added their vote to the point it would be difficult for Mahmoud Yakubu to alter the result. Whether he upload or not. So, search your conscience. See where Nigeria is. History beckons. You cannot keep silent. Search your conscience. God will help us. And whatever be the counsel of God concerning His Excellency Mr. P2B will stay stand. That counsel of God will stand. A new Nigeria is possible. We will not give up. We will not lose faith. A new Nigeria is possible. Let us accept to share this video, be part of what God is doing. We must speak truth to power. It's a calling. It's a mandate. It's an assignment. It's for the common good of all. It is in line with our universal brotherhood. We must speak truth to power.
Responsibility and for us to manage within our bounds. And we're extremely, very, very prudent in the way we manage resources here. And that's why we've been able to flag up.
I was going to ask you that former Governor Peter Obi has talked so much about how much of prudence that he introduced into the governors in Anambra State, and perhaps that could be a very good standard because globally there is a caution on the cost of governance, and perhaps what experts have said that governance in Nigeria, leaders need to look into cutting costs of governance. Would the Peter Obi template be working for you? Are you doing more than that? Are you looking in that direction?
I don't know about Peter Obi's template. I'm pursuing Soludo's template, which is Soludo's template that it takes about, producing results by being accountable and prudent. It's not, we don't save money for the sake of saving money. Saving money is not an output. It's not an outcome by itself. We put money to produce value for our people. If you don't have something to spend money on, then save it. But if you have something, you can't have your people in the hospital dying and you say you are saving money and so on, and poverty is escalating and so on and so forth.